welcome to day 37 of building Star Wars Legos until the game room is complete. Happy Easter, everyone. We have a great lineup of sets, so let's go check them out.
Alright, Nick, let's talk about the first set.
The first set is Captain Rex's helmet.
This is a very nice set. It was a very fun build.
I did have problems with his front parts. There was a gap in between one of these. But overall, nice set, very fun to build. And
Alright, Nick, what's next?
The next set we have is Kylo Ren's helmet. Very different from the Captain Rex helmet. It's much more lighter, it's much more compact and smaller. I did like the build process though. There's a lot of colors, obviously can't see them because they had to cover it all. But yeah, this was a very great build, very challenging though, so yeah.
Alright, Nick, you think this is a controversial set, so go ahead and talk about it.
Yes, this set is the 2025 Clone Turbo Tank, also known as the Juggernaut. This was a very controversial set because of the price tag and the amount of pieces in the set. I like it though because of the Galactic Marines and the Ki-Adi-Mundi minifigure that is in there. There's not a lot of play features. It gives you this antenna that, it works, but not all the time. But I like it. I get it. Not really the best set to pick up right now, but I had money and I just decided to pick it up.
And why not? It's a Clone Wars set.
True.
Alright, Nick, what's next?
The original Siege of Mandalore. This is a very great battle pack. We get 2 more 332nd clones and 2 brand new Mandalorian Death Watch or Maul's. It's really good. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they got the helmets on the Death Watch wrong. The visors are supposed to be black, not that silver color. And I wish we got 2 different clones. Probably maybe a 332nd and a 501st, not just 2 332nd because we don't have a lot of the brand new 501st clones. So yeah, I mean they're pretty decent and all, but good set.
I like the details. I know you mentioned the visors, how they're supposed to be black on the Mandalorians, but I think it's just to give it some character and maybe not completely wash the helmet out altogether. But I don't know. I think it looks like a cool character.
Alright, Dad, what did you get done?
This droid needs no introduction. This is probably the most familiar droid in all of Star Wars. This is R2-D2. A lot of different features on this one. It's got the little flashlight camera thing on the top of his helmet that we saw in Episode 5. And it also came with different parts here. A little shock arm that we've seen before. I believe we saw this in Episode 6. And this may look like a laser, but I think this is more of the arm where he can plug into certain, computer ports and do downloads and open doors and deactivate systems and stuff like that. So I don't have them on, obviously, but they would go into these little side pieces here. I take the parts off here and just attach them on here. So I love the design, really great. This was a Father's Day gift that I finally put together last month, so I'm very happy to get this. It also comes with a little display case, or a little display tab here with a smaller R2, and then this is Darth Malgus. I don't know too much about Darth Malgus, but I'm told he's from the Old Republic. Okay, I didn't play that game. I haven't read too many stories in the Old Republic, so that's my fault, but I love the design on this character, great detail, and a great edge to the collection.
And what is that, Dad?
This is a Death Trooper transport from the Ahsoka series. It comes with a Stormtrooper pilot, and then on the side here, you've got a Death Trooper and a couple of other troopers. I believe you may have even seen this character as part of Admiral Thrawn's army or task force, or whatever you want to call it, in the Ahsoka series towards the end of Season 1. You may also see some resemblance to the Imperial small light transports from the Star Wars Rebels series. So this is a nice little build, very simple, very to the point, and what I like most are the details on the characters.
All right, Dad. What model is this?
So we did the Siege of Mandalore from the Clone Wars. This is the Siege of Mandalore from the Mandalorian series. We've got Moff Gideon. Great detail, great design on his character, especially the helmet. We also have Paz Vizsla, which I believe this is the only character that we have from that's Paz Vizsla, as well as Moff Gideon, and then some of the other old Imperial type guards. I forget the name, but it's a battle set, so it opens the door here. There's a device back here where you can open and close the door. But this can be combined with another Siege of Mandalore set that we already have built. So I'm thinking of combining the two to make a bigger play set. But again, we don't play, we just display. And like the detail, and it's just making me want to watch the Mandalorian and catch up on the series.
All right, and what is that tiny speeder?
Also from the Mandalorian series, when Din Djarin returned to Tatooine, this was the speeder that he used to go, I guess, hunting bounties, if I'm not mistaken. Very small, very simple set. I like the details. Obviously, it's Din Djarin before he was plated with his Beskar upgrades, and then a little pouch for Grogu on the side. So, very simple, yet to the point.
All right, Nick, let's talk about this last set.
This last set is Cobb Van's speeder. He got this in Tatooine, and this came from the Season 2 Mandalorian, if I'm not wrong. A very great set. This is when he was tracking down Boba Fett's armor because he needed to speak to a Mandalorian in the area, and he found out that Cobb Van wasn't a Mandalorian. Really amazing set. Comes with a Cad Bane minifigure. This is the only Cad Bane minifigure we have. Not the entire LEGO collection, but it's the only one we have personally in our collection. Cobb Van minifigure is really good here. It has withered Boba Fett armor, which I love. It looks amazing. And it's got nice arm printing. And yeah.
Why does that engine look familiar?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I think I've seen that before on something, maybe from episode 1.
I don't know, man.
Very familiar. And Cad Bane was just like straight crazy, scary looking in that episode. So
Yeah.
I wish they would have done the character a little bit more justice on that, but still, it's good. All right, Nick. I think I know where this one's going.
The Clone Turbo Tank's gonna go right by our other big sets. It's gonna go by the best set Lego's made in the past decade, the ATTE. We're gonna do this, and it looks great with all of the other Lego sets that Lego has made with the gunship and ATTE.
All right, Nick. So you got Captain Rex.
Yes, Captain Rex will go right behind the Turbo Tank for now, meaning this Clone Wars shelf is now fully full. We've said that multiple times. I'm pretty sure we can find more spots. We did get additional shelving.
I mentioned that already previously.
Yes, but the Clone Wars shelf is never gonna end, hopefully. And yep.
All right, Nick. You got Kylo Ren.
Yes, Kylo Ren will go right here in between his ships. That way it's like a Kylo, I don't know what you want to call it, but that is just all Kylo Ren, and then we got some other First Order stuff to the right side.
And if we keep this up, Kylo Ren may just have his own shot.
Yeah, that is true.
But, I mean, it falls in on the first one, so it works.
Yeah.
All right, Dad. Where's R2D2 gonna go?
Probably not the most ideal spot for the time being, but I'll go down here. That's the spot I had for him. Along with that, and his probably not his permanent place, but there for the time being. I'm actually switch the spot between the three members.
All right, Dad. Where does that go?
So right here next to the Ahsoka series playset that we've got here, just for the time being. Again, maybe temporary, maybe permanent, don't know, but that's where it's going to be right now.
Alright, Dad, where's this set gonna go?
Alright, so this was the other battle set that I was talking about in Siege of Mandalore on the Mandalorian series. We're just going to set this one right here for the time being. And then once I can remember how to put it together for a complete set, then I'll do that. But for the time being, we'll just keep them separate until I can do it.
Alright, Dad, where's this speeder gonna go?
I'm just going to set it right here.
Alright, Dad, where is this speeder gonna go?
We'll keep it on the Mandalorian shelf, and we're just going to slide it there.
Alright, Nick, let's place these this last set.
Alright, the Mandalorians or Death Watch will go on the Separatist shelf since they fought through the Seppies. And the clones will obviously go on the Clone Wars shelf, right here in between the ARC 170 and the V-Wing. Alright, Dad, and what else do we need to talk about?
So I recall in a previous video where we said we had a large collection of Star Wars die-cast vehicles. Now, mind you, these aren't all of them, but my wife was able to procure this from someone, and we've got it now as display for a lot of our Star Wars die-cast vehicles, which we've collected over the years. So at some point, this will get put on the wall, more likely under here, provided we don't get it on the shelf, which at some point we need to. But this is going to go up on the wall. It's going to go up on display, and really like it. It's a nice way to display, other Star Wars memorabilia.
Alright.
And that was day 37 of building Star Wars Legos until the game room is complete.